All right, hello again, guys. I know it's been a couple months since we've gotten on the old YouTube. Uh, yeah, thought it was time for another video. We've started collecting our gear, and so yeah, we wanted to show you some of the things we've got. Uh,
Yeah.
you may not know, but we've been trying to buy gear for some time, maybe for a couple of years now, slowly adding up, getting our gear together. Uh, if you didn't watch our other video, go check that out. But basically, we're a family of 7 who's planning on through hiking the Appalachian Trail. So some of our gear is a little bit different than if you were going to just be hiking yourself or just 2 people. We split some of our gear. So some of the gear we show you, we're going to try and show you how we would split it as well. Yeah, with the 7 of us, it's 2 adults and then really 2 adult-sized people that are kids and 3 nearly adult-sized people. So this is what we've got for now, and we're not totally set on all this stuff. So if you have suggestions, throw them in the comments below, or things that we are seeming to miss because we are imperfect. So start us off, John. All right, John, why don't you tell us about the tent?
Yeah. So we decided to go with the Z-Packs Triplex, and we got it off the website, and it was just under 2 pounds and can sleep 2 or 3 people. For our ground cover, we decided to go with Tyvek, and we custom cut a piece of it for each of our tents.
Thanks, Grandpa.
We also have shepherd hook stakes that we purchased off Z-Packs as well, and yeah, hopefully they work well.
They've worked well for us thus far. Hopefully they keep working well. With the stakes, we think we're doing 8 stakes a tent. Because there's 7 of us, we're thinking 3 tents, and we're thinking that we'll do mom and dad tent, and the boys tent, and the girls tent. But the length of the trail makes me think that maybe we could switch it up from time to time as well, and yeah, just make it work. And we have no idea how much time we'll spend in the shelters. We know some of our family are not too keen on the mice, so we're not excited about that. But it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see once we get out there. The pack that we've selected for the 5 oldest members of our team are the Osprey packs. Now they're the Ija and the Exos. We have some that are 58s and some that are the next size smaller. I think they're 48s. Again, they're right 2 pounds ish. Kind of have some of the bells and whistles, but tend to be fairly simple. Now these ones, actually, we haven't tried out that much, so we've got to get out the next few months to give them a go and make sure they work well with everyone. For our 2 younger guys, I think we have some child-sized packs, and it's really important with the child size people that we are careful about how much weight they carry as well. So their packs are a bit smaller than this. I think they're 30s. Yeah, and we'll show you one of those in a future video. We don't actually have them here. Sometimes it's a little hard getting our gear here because we live outside the U.S. and in a developing country. So most of the gear, if you try and get it here, it's super expensive, and you really struggle to get some of the newer gear. So we have to bring it with us when we come. Now, with the tent, of course, we're going to only have 3 tents, so we'll be able to divide that weight up a little bit, which may mean that the younger guys don't get to carry any of that weight, but I'm sure they won't be too upset. Within our big 3, of course, sleep system, we have a sleep pad here, and this is just kind of an Amazon cheapy sleep system. It's just an air mattress. It is a bit heavy, and it's not got a super high R rating. It's plenty for what we use around here, and is relatively easy to get aired up with the pump stack that came with it. So we're gonna give it a go, at least for the first part of the hike. I think we're planning on starting in July at Katahdin, and so going south, we're thinking we'll be ahead of the weather for at least a little while. And then if we need to upgrade, I think this is probably one of the things that we would more likely need to upgrade, but just the cost difference between getting kind of the off-brand Amazon sleeping mat and, you know, one of the expensive Thermarests, or even some of the others out there is quite significant. Additionally, our sleep system, we're getting these Thermarest Bellas. These are double quilts, and they're the 20 degree. So they also weigh in, I think they're just a bit over 2.5 pounds each, but then when you divide that between people, it drops it down to slightly over a pound per person that somebody's carrying sleeping, and they should last for quite a while. We do have some summer weight quilts, but they're not that much lighter. So as we're in the mountains of Maine, and even some of those in the whites and the presidentials, things like that, it could be cold enough that we're going to really want to have that extra temperature. So we may just, with the quilt, it's 2 people per each quilt, so they're double quilts. And I realize that we do have 7 people, so with that other person, we do have a smaller quilt that we're going to let one of the little boys use. Probably, yeah, another down quilt should work fairly well. And if we find they need something warmer as it starts getting colder, then obviously we're gonna pick up something warmer, or just cuddle a little closer under the double quilt. So we may just start carrying those from the beginning. We'll see. What else do we need to say, John?
Yeah, if you have any advice on any of this, just remember to put that in the comments so that we can just rethink some of our things if we need to.
Yeah, and of course, as we have got out some and we've tested this stuff out, we'll continue to do that. We have a forest right near us, so our shakedown hikes are pretty easy. However, the weather is much different. So yeah. Yeah, just as a little additional piece here, we are going to have a lighterpack.com linked in the description area down there. And that's where we'll be more specific about the items that we have and the weight, just as it kind of develops. We'll try and keep that one updated. Yeah, just as we are actually weighing stuff out. Yeah, these are kind of our big 3 right now. I don't think we've left anything out. But yeah, if you notice we have, let us know. All right, thanks.